Hear ye, hear ye, the Court of Good Taste is now in session. Presiding the Honorable or Emeritus Judge, Colletti.
Order in the court. I hear we have a very important case to decide today. It is, of course, the epic battle between New York pizza versus Chicago pizza. We have two attorneys here representing their clients. Please approach the bench and introduce yourselves.
For Chicago, I am Michael Bergman. My client is David Whitaker.
Hi, I'm David Whitaker, President and CEO of Chew Chicago, home of the world's best pizza.
Is it the best pizza?
Absolutely.
Okay, and New York, please introduce your client.
And for New York, I'm Deborah, Enix-Ross. And my client is Fred Dixon of New York.
Yes, thank you very much. We're here to represent the historic, the very first in America, super crispy, tasty New York City pizza.
Well, because we're in New York, we're going to have New York go first. Please make your case as to why New York is the best pizza.
Frankly, I'm not sure why we even have to make the case. We know that New York is the home of all things great, including pizza. New York pizza is portable. New York pizza is handmade, and you can see in movies, there's never been any movie that I know of where anybody is flipping Chicago-style pizza. Every movie you've ever seen about pizza, it has them flipping New York-style pizza. So we're just here as a courtesy to Chicago to allow them to make the case why they think that casserole deep dish monstrosity that they call pizza is actually even worthy of being in the same category as New York.
Does Chicago object to what was just said?
All of it. It's all untrue. All alternative facts.
Fake alternative news, I believe.
That's right. That's right.
You know you're losing when all you can say is it's fake news. It's real. It's true. New York-style pizza is better.
All right, Chicago, let's hear from you. Why is your pizza better than New York pizza?
2 reasons. It's good for you. It's good for your city. So good for you, it's a meal. You're not going to have a side salad with it. You're not going to have a little bit and maybe there's too much air in the crust. You're going to be full after a slice. If you're from the city of big shoulders, you might even have 2 slices. Reason number 2, good for your city. When you're done your pizza, you don't take it and throw it out on the sidewalk with the rest of your trash.
What are the grounds of your objection?
I'll think of it as I go along.
Overruled.
But I object.
Overruled. Please continue,
Excellent.
Chicago.
A wise judge indeed we have before us today. So again, you don't take your box and throw it out on the street with the rest of your trash. You
I object.
kindly put it in your alley.
What is the reason for your objection, counsel?
Anyone who's ever had New York pizza knows you take the slice, you walk with it. There's no boxes involved. You just take the slice and eat it. It's actually eco-friendly. You eat the whole thing, no box, no need to throw anything away.
Objection sustained. Counsel, how do you respond?
Goes back to the fact that this is a meal. This is what you eat when you want to be nourished, when you want to be fed. You don't just take a slice. You sit down at the table. It promotes family. It promotes community. It's about building a city, maybe even an empire.
New York, would you like to call your first witness?
Yes, I call Fred Dixon.
All right, continue, counsel.
Fred, tell them why New York pizza is the best pizza.
Well, I believe in originals, and New York is proud to have begun the trend of the popularity of pizza in America. It was 1905 when Lombardi opened his little grocery shop down in Little Italy, and his workers began to make pizza, and the people of New York City realized that they had stumbled on
Objection calls
something
for narrative.
Sustained.
Oof.
How rude are these Chicago people?
Counselor,
Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
please rephrase.
How rude are these Chicago people? So rude.
I don't find Chicago people rude, actually. They're guests in our city, and we always treat them with kindness, and we love our fellow Chicagoans. They could learn a thing or two about pizza, but we love our friends in Chicago.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right, Chicago, would you like to cross-examine?
So,
I like the background music.
right, I know what just
Getting in
happened.
the mood here. Getting in the mood. Setting the
This is New
mood.
York trying to throw us all off our game now.
Order in the court. Order in the court, please.
Wine with this pizza.
So my first question, Your Honor, would be how many times has the respondent enjoyed Chicago pizza?
Oh, that's a low blow. I've enjoyed it a handful of times, I will admit.
Have you ever had that pizza come to you crossing state lines, as we have evidence to prove?
No, I do not.
So you deny ever having had, let's say, Uber Eats dry from Chicago, with pizza for you.
I object.
What are the grounds to your objection?
Where is this proof?
Well, indeed, Your Honor, we have evidence of such transgressions.
No
on the part-
foundation has been laid for this evidence.
It's leaked evidence, but that's okay. Right?
In New York, we don't deal with leaked evidence. We deal with actual evidence and lay the foundation for the evidence. Your Honor, please. This is really outrageous.
Sustained. And Mr. Fred Dixon, you may be seated. All right, would Chicago Council like to call your witness?
I would like to call David Whitaker, expert in the best pizza in the world. David, tell us a little bit about what makes Chicago pizza so great.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be in New York with my dear friend Fred Dixon, and I'm thrilled that he is such a fan of Chicago pizza, as the evidence
Object.
possibly will.
Sustained.
He never said he was a fan. The question was, have you ever eaten Chicago pizza? Perhaps he ate the Chicago pizza to just understand how bad it was compared to New York. He never said he was a fan.
Counsel, would you like to rephrase your question?
I do believe his response to my statement was that it was a low blow, indicating he indeed agreed with the very statement that he does enjoy Chicago pizza. Back to you, David.
I object.
But-
Overruled. We're going to hear the answer.
So speaking of pizza, deep dish, of course, you don't toss deep dish pizza, you eat it. It is all about the toppings. That foundation of deep dish gives you the ability to pile on the toppings. Toppings that are hand-selected from California, canned within 6 hours of being picked, and brought back to Chicago to be atop the world's finest deep dish pizza.
Counselor for New York, would you like to cross-examine?
Yeah, most definitely. Did I understand you to say that you get your toppings from California?
We're very proud of that partnership.
So your Chicago pizza, which is in a pan, gets its toppings from California. Is that's your testimony?
Full disclosure, Illinois is not a big tomato state, but we're very, very proud of the ability to bring ingredients from all over the country to Chicago. But really, it's not about the ingredients, Counselor. It's about the final product. Lovingly prepared recipe since 1943, the same dairy products for the last 50 years. But really, at the end of the day, a pizza, as my attorney so correctly said, it's about the experience, about eating. It's about the nourishment of the heart and the soul. I'll also go along with not having the boxes in the street, but we're thrilled with our deep dish pizza. I would really just take this opportunity to invite everyone to come to Chicago and taste the pizza. That's really where I think the decision could be
Are we
made.
having a trial or are we having a promotion for the city of Chicago?
It's a promotion for the city of Chicago, yes.
And I would say even the country. Our tomatoes come from California. We work across borders to make something great in Chicago and then give it to the world.
Well, in New York, we work across boroughs.
By the way, we're not playing around. We're not playing around.
Counselors, please approach the bench.
So who will prevail in the court of good taste? You decide. If you'd like to share your verdict on what pizza is better, use the hashtag #TrialOf2Pizzas in Twitter and add your decision. We'll see you next time for another episode of On the Road with Legal Talk Network.